Yeah. So we're going to learn. So there's a famous mission that we spoke about once. Kol Yisrael yesh lahem chelik Olam Ha'bah. So you know the Rabbi learns from there that every year, even if he's a Rosh Gomer, still has a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So the Rabbi by a Farbrengen once was talking about this, and he said that every year there's going to be the Rosh is going to be shlipped out of Gehenim, and he's going to come to Olam Ha'bah. Someone wrote a letter to the Rebbe that if you look in the Ma'amari Chazal, there are a lot of places where it talks about people who don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. The Mishnah in Kol Yisrael itself, you read the whole. Sometimes we only quote the first half of the Mishnah. You read the second half. After it says everyone has a chelik in Olam Ha'bah, and it goes on to say ve'elu she'ein lahem chelik in Olam Ha'bah. It gives a list of certain people that don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So this person was asking the Rebbe, how could it be that every year has a chelik Olam Ha'bah? The chelik seems clear, certain Ma'amari Chazal, that there's certain Averis. Sure, a Rasha is going to have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah if he didn't do certain Averis. But there's certain Averis which l'chayda you don't get a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So the Rebbe answers, and the Rebbe gives him a list of a few different ways how even people who don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah could still be zeichet and come to Olam Ha'bah. So the first way the Rebbe writes is pashut through doing tshuva. Through doing tshuva, you can be zeichet to get back your chelik in Olam Ha'bah. Where's it from? The Rambam, the first Maramach in Hilchos Tshuva, he writes, after giving a list of all the different averis which people don't get have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah, the Rambam writes, Ba'amed dvarim amurim shekol echad me'ela ein lo chelik le'olam ha'bah. When do we say that all these people don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah? Kishameis b'li tshuva. If he died without doing tshuva. Avol im shav me'irisha. But if he did tshuva from his averis, umeis b'hu bal tshuva, and he died after he did tshuva, hari zem ibnei ha'olam ha'bah. He is from the bnei Olam Ha'bah. He has a chelik. She'ein lecha davar sha'imei b'fnei ha'tshuva, because nothing could stand in front of tshuva. Afil kafar ve'ikar kol yamav, even if he was a kafir in Yiddishkeit his whole life, ubachrein shav, and then he went, and then he did tshuva, yesh chelik in Olam Ha'bah. Right, so this is a pasha that Rebbe says. First of all, you're worried about how people are going to have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah, even people who don't have it. But that's not true. People if you do it every year who does tshuva, you can always do tshuva, and he'll get back his chelik in Olam Ha'bah. And this thing in the Rama, where does it come from? It's from the Mishnah. It's from a Gemara in Kedushin, Daf Mem Amud Beis, in the second Maramakim. Rabbi Shimon ben Yechoya Imer, Afil Tzandik Gomer Kol Yamav. Someone said Tzandik Gomer all his life, Umarad Bachreina, and then he was mated. Ibed Es Harishena. He lost all the good mitzvahs he did. If he had charata on all the mitzvahs he did, and he started doing avedis, he lost all the mitzvahs he had. Avolim Shav Meirishay. No. Shenemar tzidkas hatzadik leitzatzilen b'yem pishay. The pasuk says that tzidkas of a tzaddik won't save him on the day when he does averis. Va'afilu Rasha Gomer kol yomov, and even a Rasha Gomer all his life, va'asa tshuva achreina, but at the end he decided to do tshuva. Ein maskidin leishuv rishay. It will not be mentioned to him his averis that he did when he goes up a mile. Shenemar v'rishas harasha leikasha ba b'yem shuvay mirishay. The rishas of a Rasha, all his averis, he won't stumble over them when he does tshuva from his averis. So this is the market. You see that taka from the Gemara that if someone does tshuva from his averis, when he goes up a mile, they're not going to mention anything to him. Averis is mechaper him, nothing's going to be mentioned to him. So that's one oif in the Rebbe writes. So someone's going to get back his chelik in Olam Ha'bah, even though he did the averis, which he's not supposed to have chelik, is if he did tshuva. Then the Rebbe gives a second way. So let's say, what happened if someone died without doing tshuva from his averis? How could he still have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah? So the Rebbe brings a Gemara that if someone has kids who do a lot of good things, through the schus of his children, he could get back his chelik in Olam Ha'bah. If his children are tzaddikim and good people, the father could in the schus of them, he'll get back his chelik in Olam Ha'bah. Where's this from? So it's in the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Daf Kuf Daled Amud Aleph. The Gemara asks on the Mishnah. The Mishnah of Kol Yisrael gives a list of certain Rishoyim that don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So the Gemara asks, you missed out a few Rishoyim. There's some other Rishoyim you forgot to mention. One of them, the Gemara asks, in the third Maramakim, Mipnei Mali Manuas Amin. Why didn't he count Amin? He was a Rasha. So Gemara answers, Mipnei Kavod shel Yeshio. Because of the kavod of his son Yeshio, therefore that's why he's not mentioned between the people that don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. And the Rebbe learns that Hitaka, because of the schus of his son, Hitaka has a chelik in Olam Ha'bah because of his son Yeshio. His son. Yeshio is his son. Because of his father, Amin is the father of Yeshio.
Oh, Amin is the father
of Yeshio. So in the schus of his son, he has a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So then the Gemara asks, Menashe nami lo nimni. If so, Menashe, you shouldn't count Menashe HaMelech as people don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. Why? Mipnei Kavod shel Chizkiyo. His father Chizkiyo was a very big tzaddik. So in the schus of his father, he should also have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So the Gemara answers, no. Bra mezaki Abba. The son, the schus of the son could help out the father, to save the father. But Abba le mezaki bra. But the schus of the father can't save the son. Being Gesher doesn't help over here. The fact that your father was Gesher and he was a big tzaddik, it doesn't help you. If your children turn out to be Gesher tzaddikim, that could save you. Even if the person's a big Rasha, the schus of his children could save him. So that's the second way that Rebbe says someone can get back their chelik in Olam Ha'bah through the schus of their children.
Rabbi Akiva, he was from Canada, somebody who was completely fly, and he took him and taught another place, this, that, and the other. And then he down to the Omen, he said, Baruch Hu. And then the father of this person came to him and said,
Thank you.
You saved me, because of my son said, Baruch Hu, the Omen, they took me out of Gehenna.
Beautiful. So you see you see this. So you see the schus of your children doing mitzvahs could save the father. So then the Rebbe brings a third way that someone could be zeicha to have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah, even if their children, they didn't have children who are doing good things for them. The Rebbe says through tefillos, through the fact that someone is davening for you and doing good mitzvahs, doing Torah mitzvahs in your honor, that could also help you out. So how so? So the fourth Ma'arim Makim, in the Gemara in Seita Daf Yud Amud Beis, the Gemara brings us talking about the story of David HaMelech and Avshalom. That after Avshalom he rebelled against David HaMelech and he got killed. So when David HaMelech heard that his son got killed, he went up to the Beis HaMikdash and started crying. So the Gemara brings a pasuk, says V'hirgaz HaMelech, David HaMelech got upset. Vayal al Aliyas Hashar, and he went up to Beis Hamikdash. Vayevk, and he cried. V'koy amar belachtai. This is what he said while he was. What? The one? Vayevk. V'koy amar belachtai. Aliyas Hashar. Aliyas Hashar. So which shar was it? You're right, my bad. Maybe I should. Okay, yeah, maybe I mishkan shila. I'm not sure. Okay, he went to the Aliyas Hashar. Vayev v'koya amar belachtai. That's what he said while he was going. B'ni Avshalom, b'ni Avshalom. He's crying, and it goes on. And throughout the pasuk, he mentions 8 times. He says the word b'ni while he was crying. My son, my son. So the Gemara asks, Hani tmanya b'ni lama. Why did he mention b'ni, my son, 8 times? So the Gemara says, Shiva ta'aske mishiva mederi gehinam. The first 7 were to take him out of the first 7 levels of Gehenna. The idach, and the 8th one. Why did he say b'ni 8th time? The ikad amri, the aisi la'oma da asi. Opinion says in order to bring him to Olam Ha'bah. Avshalom, he did big up ears. He wasn't supposed to have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. Because of the tefillos of his father, he was zeichet to have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So Taisis over there asks, but wait, what's going on? We said that the schus of the father can't help the children. So he asks, in the Taisis, in the second paragraph, he writes, V'ha'amru b'chelek, we said in the Gemara in Perek Chelek, Bra mizaki Abba, the merits of the son could save the father, Abba li mizaki bra, but the merit of the father can't save the son. So Taisis answers, you could say, when do we say that the schus of the father can't save his child? That's just mitzad the kavod of the father, even without the tefillos. But if mitzvah davening, mitzvah the tefillis, that even the father could save him. David yispal al Avshalom, and David davened for Avshalom, and therefore he was able to save him. So he's just out of the covet, because the father is so chashuv. They won't save the son. They won't save him. Yeah, but the son, yeah. Whereas the son, if your son is a great tzaddik, that could save the father as well. So the Rebbe brings from here. You see that taka davening, that the having people daven for you and doing Torah mitzvahs for you, that could also save the yid from Gehenna and bring him to Olam Ha'bah, even though he wasn't supposed to have a chilek in Olam Ha'bah. So this is what did we say? We said tshuva. We said through your children and through people davening for you. Fine. So now what happens? A person didn't have any of these. He didn't do tshuva. He didn't have children who were tzaddikim. He didn't have anyone daven and do mitzvahs for him. Is there any way that he could get back his chelik in Olam Ha'bah? So Rabbi said, yeah, there's a fourth way. If the person, when he died, after he died, he went through a lot of yisurim, he went through a lot of pain. After he died, through that he could also get back his chelik. It's a kapara, and he could earn back his chelik in Olam Ha'bah. Where do we see this? So the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Mem Zayin Amud Aleph, the fifth Ma'ar Makim, says, Rab Nosson Eimer, Simin Yafal Ameish and Ifrei Mimenu Achar Mitzvah. It's a good simin for a person that he gets punished after he dies. Rashi explains why. When he gets punished in this world after he died, it's a good sign. Because through this, it's a atonement for him. It's a kapara and for Avedus that he did.
So punished in this world. After he died, he's punished in this world.
Oh, so how can someone get punished? If he already died, how can he get punished in this world? So in the sixth Ma'ar Makim, because the Gemara brings a story of someone who got punished in this world after he died. So how so? So the Gemara over there, after the Mishnah we mentioned before, it says which people don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So the Mishnah mentions, what about Yehoyakim? Yehoyakim was also a Rasha. The Chayra, he also should not have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah. So let's say sixth Ma'ar Makim. Mipnei Mali Manus Yehoyakim. Why is Yehoyakim not counted as one of the people that don't have a chelik in Olam Ha'bah? So the Gemara says Mishum, because there's a story of Zakeni de Rabbi Preda. The Zayda of Rabbi Preda, Ashkach Kol Galto, he found a skull, the Hava Kashadia B'Shari Yushalayim. He found a skull that was rolling around in the gateway of Yerushalayim. Ksivba, on the skull was engraved, Zois V'Oid Acheres. This and another one. This punishment and another punishment. So he didn't know what was going on. So Kavra, he buried the skull. Right? It shouldn't be lying around in the streets. So V'lo Ikbira, it wouldn't get buried. It came back up. Kavra, he buried it again. V'lo Ikbira, it came back up. The skull wouldn't stay in the ground. So Amar, he realized, who is this? Golgotei Shehoyakim he. This must be the skull of Yehoyakim HaMelech. Why? D'chsiv Bey, it says about him, Kvurus Chamori Kaver Scheifa Hashlech. He will have the burial of a donkey. He'll be thrown around. He won't have a proper burial. So it says, Yehoyakim, that was his punishment, that he wasn't going to have a proper burial, and that's why the skull wouldn't stay in the ground. Even after he buried it, it still came back up. So Omar, what did he do? He said, Malkahu. It's still the skull of a king. It's not kavidik that the skull should be lying around the street. It's not respectful. So what did he do? Karcha b'shiroi, va'isa b'sifsa. He wrapped it up in linens, and he put it away in his house in a box. So his wife came home. Chazisa devisu. His wife came home, and she found the skull lying in a box, wrapped up in linens. So what is it doing here? Savra hada itza kamaisa hava. She thought this must be the skull of his first wife. Have the manchila, and he couldn't forget about her, and therefore he saves her skull in order to remember about her, because he cared about her so much. So she got very upset. Shagra tanura v'kolsa. She lit up the oven and she burnt the skull in the oven. She was upset. She thought it was from his first wife. So then he says, Hainu d'chsiv zeis v'oid acheres. He says, now he understands why it says in the skull, this punishment v'oid acheres, and another punishment you're going to get. Now, he had to lie around, but also he got burnt off. So you see from this Gemara that because of all these sufferings that his body went through after he passed away, That's why he wasn't counted as the people who don't have a chiluk in Olam Ha'bah, because all these sufferings he had was a kapara. It was a kapara for his aveirus that he did. Yes, I think where are we holding it? So yeah, this is a fifth way we said that someone can have a chiluk in Olam Ha'bah. Eh. Oh yeah? Okay, put a bookmark. I want to see it afterwards. Okay. Yeah, I'll look at it afterwards. Oh, yeah. It's about whether they daven in times of the Beis Hamikdash. And fine. Well, let's finish this. I'll look at it afterwards. And so the question is, Sataka, so we gave 5 ways someone could be zeichet to get back their chedek in Olam Ha'bah, to doing tshuva, to having children tzaddikim, through having people daven for them, or through going through sufferings. So 4 ways. Sataka, what happened if none of these things happened? Someone died and he wasn't zeichet to have any of these things.
No children.
So the doesn't have a chedek in Olam Ha'bah. So the Rebbe brings from the Arizal, the Shar HaGilgulim, that when the Gemara said that when the Mishnah says that these people don't have a chiluk in Olam Ha'bah, that's talking about their guf. It's talking about their body. Even these people who weren't zeichet to have any of these things, it's their body. It's not going to come back. But their neshama is a chiluk and lekami mal. A neshama is a godly soul. The neshama never gets destroyed. The neshama will come back in a different body. So in the 7th Mara Mokim, let's read the lashon of Arizal. Let's read the lashon of Arizal. Shar HaGilgulim in the 7th Mara Mokim, he writes, "So im hanitzutz chata echad meisan hachatoyin shegufeim kola." If a neshama, when a body did avida, one of those avidas which his body is supposed to get destroyed, Beis Mem, Mashal Rosh Tevis is va'avad ve'ein leitchias hamesim. So as kivin sha'isei guf kala, since that body was destroyed, hine hanitzos, that neshama, that spark, miskalgal b'guf hahu hasheni, it'll come down into a second guf. But who yakum mitchias hamesim, he will come back by tchias hamesim im kol chelkei hanitzos, with all the sparks with all the other nitzutzis, the guf harishi nevad v'nichres, and the first body will be destroyed. So you ask, what does it mean a different body? I'm not sure if it means just a new body, or if it means maybe it'll come in a different gilgul. Or maybe a body that his neshama came down in a different gilgul. I'm not sure exactly what it means, a different body. But it says in the neshama, even this how we say there's kares, even someone who wasn't zeicha through any of these 5 eifanim had to have a kapara for their avedis and do tshuva for eifanim, still, even this kares is only to their neshamas, to their gufim and bodies, and not to their neshamas. These avedis. So one thing I was wondering, I didn't understand, is in some Amarim the Rebbe says that every year there's a chiluk in Olam Ha'bah, it's mitzad chshivas of their guf, of their body. That the Eibusher was beicher, the Eibusher chose not only the neshamis, but also the guf of a yid. The guf of a yid is also has a very high sheish l'mayla. So it was bothering me also. So how could it be that the guf is going to be destroyed? So I saw later in there's a letter in Chilik Beis, the Rebbe says that he says, the Rebbe said, I just now saw another medrash that says a way how even the guf can be zeicha to have a chilik in Olam Ha'bah. So how so? So in the 8th Mara Mokim, the Rebbe writes, Ze atar isi b'medrash talpiyos, anav chilik Olam Ha'bah. The Rebbe saw the medrash talpiyos brought down b'shem in the name of Rabbeinu B'chaye v'harikanti, v'zel sheinei. Says Mashe Shaninu ve'elu she'ein lahem chelik le'olam haba. This that we said these people don't have a chelik le'olam haba. Pirush ein lahem chelik yedua b'fnei atzman, meaning they don't have a chelik on their own that they deserve, that they earned. Yeah, they don't have any schos. Their own schos, they're getting nothing. Aval hein nenim v'nizenim b'kama oitzei shal tzedakah hagnuzim lo'isim shleizachu. But still, they will have hano, and they will be sustained for the many storehouses of tzedakah, which is hidden away for those people that weren't zeichet. So it's a gewaltige thing. So taka, so the way the Rebbe, the way they're teaching over here is taka. When the Mishnah says the Elo she'elam chiluk Olam Ha'bah, let's say taka they didn't do tshuva and they weren't zeichet to any of these things. According to this, even though they shouldn't, their go should be destroyed. Their go should be destroyed. They shouldn't come back. But mitzad the tzedakah, the Eibishter, taka they have garnished. They mitzad them they're not getting anything. But mitzad the tzedakah, the Eibishter is going to give them taka, going to give them a chiluk in Olam Ha'bah. Mitzad the tzedakah, the Eibishter. What? On a credit card, yeah. And
the original group will be
so the original, according to this, original group will come back. And one another thing, the Rebbe goes on, and the Rebbe says we're not going to even come on to this. This that we said that only their body will be destroyed, not their neshama, and that the Eibush will give them tzedakah. We're not going to need to come on to this because the Eibush guaranteed us that every year there's going to do ketchuva, and the Eibush guaranteed us that every year is going to have a kapara for all his averis. Where do we see this? So we have a psak din of the Rambam in the 9th Marim. The Rambam says, Kol hanavim kulan tziva ala tshuva. All the Nevi'im commanded that Yidden should do tshuva. Ve'ein Yisrael nigalin el b'tshuva. We'll only be nigal b'tshuva. Kvar hivticha Torah sheseif Yisrael asis tshuva. The Torah guaranteed us that every year is going to do tshuva. B'seif galuson. U'miyad hei nigalin. And right away they're going to be redeemed. Shnei Rabbi Haya Kiviyah Ulecha Kol Hadvarim Gomer. When all these things come, V'shavta Ad Hashem Leikecha V'shav Hashem Leikecha. You'll do tshuva and you'll come back. And that's the Gomer. Yeah, so he says you have a guarantee, the Eibush guaranteed that every year is going to do tshuva. And more than that, we have another pasuk in Shmuel, in the 10th Marim. Shmuel, the pasuk over there is talking about the Maisa with Avshalom. When Avshalom killed his brother, so David HaMelech was very angry. So Yoav was afraid that he might try to kill Avshalom. So he sent a lady to go speak to David HaMelech and to convince him not to kill Avshalom. So this is a part of the pasuk when she's trying to convince him not to kill Avshalom. She says, "Ki mais namus." Anyways, everyone's going to die. He only made him die a little bit earlier. It's not like his brother was going to live forever. It's like water which is spilled on the ground. You can't undo it. You can't undo it. So don't kill him. It's not going to help anything. Then she goes on. The Eibusher doesn't forgive people for their aveiros. The Eibusher will take care of everything. The Eibusher makes cheshbonis to make sure that no one should get pushed away. No one in their aveiros the Eibusher makes sure that everyone gets punished for their aveiros and they get a kapara. And probably that's why the Eibusher decided that Avshalom should kill his brother, in order that he should get a kapara for his aveiros. Therefore, he was the shliach the Eibusher to make sure that he gets a kapara. So therefore, you should forgive him. So you see from this pasuk that you see by the Eibusher's machshis machshavis that built a yadach mimenu nidach. The Eibusher makes sure that no one gets pushed away. Everyone gets a kapara for their aveiros. So this is a summary of some of the things that Rabbi discusses in the letter in Chelik Aleph. Yeah.